So this week I've been talking to a few startup businesses. They haven't gone into live mode just yet. And I was talking to two startup businesses of two completely different industries. And the first startup business have a really good handle on what they're all about, what their product is, what their numbers are all about, what their numbers mean. And they have complete clarity on all of the data and all of the assumptions underlying those numbers. And they've got people involved in the business who are involved with other businesses. So there's a lot of experienced hands coming along there. And what we are hoping to do with that business is to provide them with a range of services to monitor and measure and give them outputs to show them exactly how the business is doing, deal with all their compliance stuff as you'd expect, and bring our finance team on board to outsource their finance function to us. And then the second business I was talking to, again, it's a pre-start stage. It's got a business plan. It's got the projections, budgets. It was a completely different scenario. I have to say, I've been involved in accountants for 26 years, and I still get very, very passionate to try and help people. No matter what the message is, I still want to really help them to make decisions and make the right decision for them based on reasonably reliable numbers at that kind of stage as well. This particular business, good idea. Some things could be tweaked a little bit to make it a different offering. But the numbers that I'd seen that was prepared seemed to me to be prepared for a particular purpose, and there wasn't enough thought and passion, I suppose, put into those numbers to make sure that everything was reasonable and had some kind of accuracy. There were certain things that were just omitted. I think there are certain categories of expenditure that are clearly going to be needed for the business that weren't fully considered. There were other elements that I thought the expenditure level being budgeted for was way below what they probably will end up spending. And that again just comes from experience of dealing with different businesses and different business owners and different business sectors over 26 years. You can bring that to the fore. So I was able to say to them, look, you need to put these different lines in, you need to increase expenditure here, and let's see what way the financial figures and budget looks like for your first year. Even more so, had the unfortunate news of telling the business owner that it hadn't been properly communicated to them that the amount of funding they're going to be needing and the amount of debt that the business starts off with to get this going based on the numbers they had was twice what they thought it was going to be. So they now have to go back and shave some things as best they can, and we've identified a few areas where they can do that and get some accuracy around it. And whilst it might not have been sort of good news, it is realistic, and it gives that person peace of mind that, right, somebody now who's an expert with good experience has looked at this. And that's why it's good to deal with an expert as soon as you can when you're starting a business. At the end of the day, it's going to be your livelihood. It's going to be your income. It's possibly going to be your family's finances. That's where the family finance and household income is going to come from. So try to get it as right as you can from the start by bringing professionals on board. And that's what we love to do here, Cloud 360 Accounting. So keep in mind, folks, get somebody who knows what they're doing to look at these things. Don't allow people to just prepare things for a loan application. Make sure the figures make sense and that you have some understanding of what those numbers are. Get an expert to at least talk you through it before you take your business too far forward.